Hello and welcome to Revsportz. This is Trisha Ghosal reporting from Cardiff, Wales. Well, when you think of Cardiff, or when we talk about Cardiff, we generally talk about Sophia Gardens, the cricket, the World Cup preparation going on. But just about half an hour away from Sophia Gardens, where India is practicing for the upcoming World Cup, there is a very, very special stadium, a special stadium for us Indians, the stadium which is right behind me. It is now known as Principality Stadium, but before that it used to be called as Cardiff Arms Park. I'm not 100% sure how many of you would understand Cardiff Arms Park or have heard, had heard about it, but Cardiff Arms Park holds a very special place in India's sporting history. And to understand that, we have to go back to 1958, about 6 decades ago. Now understand this, 6 decades ago, in 1958, India had just got their independence, had barely, finished a decade of being independent. The sporting infrastructure that we see in India, and we still complain about it, that, world-class facilities aren't there. Think of it 6 decades ago. And in that, there was a Milkha Singh who changed the history of Indian athletes, changed the belief in Indian sporting system in this very arena, in this Cardiff Arms Park. Milkha Singh, from an Indian national champion, became an international global sporting icon. In 1958, the Commonwealth Games happened in Cardiff Arms Park, and it was back then actually known as British Empire and Commonwealth Games. Well, if you go back and look at Milkha Singh's history a little, you would know it was a huge thing for a boy from a village in Punjab to have come and participated in the British Empire and Commonwealth Games. But he did not participate. He made a statement. He won the gold in the 400 meters. It was 440 yards back then, which is roughly about 400 meters right now. So he ran and he won the gold. When you talk about Milkha Singh, people often talk about the Rome Olympics and the bronze that he missed. He came number 4, and his story is often remembered in a very sad light, that someone for seconds missed an Olympic medal. But much before Rome Olympics was the Commonwealth Games gold, the Asian Games gold, and most importantly, at a time when it was barely expected that India could win gold at Commonwealth Games, at British Empire and Commonwealth Games back then, he made a statement. Now when we celebrate, in a few weeks' time, I will be in Glasgow covering the Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games 2022 was a resounding success, to be fair, for Indian athletes, Indian sports. And Indian athletics in Asian Games in Hangzhou has showed us given us such stars. But the bona fide star, Milkha Singh of Indian athletics, back then did not have much to look at. His life actually was quite tough. At a very young age, because of partition, he lost a lot of close family members. At an age where, people think of going to school, people wander around with friends in the village, he was witnessing violence because of the partition. But all he wanted to do in his life was to run. And did he run? He ran for the entire nation. He put India, in many ways, he put India in the global sporting map. And now, today, when I look at this stadium, in fact, I'm not even staying too far from the stadium. So every day when I go to the ground and I look at this stadium, it just gives me a lot of inspiration. For somebody who loves Indian sport, this is an iconic ground. It's a Sunday. Unfortunately, the stadium is closed. But I did think that I should bring this story to you guys. While we celebrate the PV Sindhus, the Nikhat Zarins, the Neeraj Chopras of today, we should not forget the Milkha Singh of yesterday. Milkha Singh, 1958, British Empire and Commonwealth Games. What a story. And Cardiff was the stage set for that. Keep watching Revsportz, and I'll keep coming back with such stories. Wherever there's a story, I'll try and hunt it down and bring it for you guys, because I want you guys to travel Cardiff. Not only Cardiff, I am in UK for some time now, and I want you guys to travel with me around UK, living Indian sport. So let's continue doing that. I will be off to the Indian women's cricket team practicing at Sophia Gardens in a bit. Do keep watching Revsportz and do like, share and subscribe, because the best of the stories will be found here. Thank you so much.